Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads, and today I'm here to do another series review. Yay! So this is the year of finishing those series that are finally coming to an end. So my videos would not be complete without a Laini Taylor series review, of course. So today we are reviewing the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series by Laini Taylor. I freaking love this series. I'm intending to buy a box set because I'm hoping they'll do one because it deserves a box set. So the first one is Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This came out a couple of years ago. It is very much a fantasy book. It has teen appeal, it's classed as YA in America, so it's very much a crossover, but it does have some quite strong romance in it, but nothing, too explicit. So we meet Kaoru in this book, and she is living a life where there is magic, and not everything is how it seems. Crazy things are going on, and suddenly her world is turning upside down. She always knew she was a bit different, but not to the extent that goes on in these books. Laini Taylor has this amazing writing style. It is so beautiful, so almost lyrical, and it's descriptive without being over descriptive, because just the way she writes it and the way the characters act and talk is brilliant. And it's great that Kaoru has sort of the family figures as well as friends that play a massive role in these books. It's not just all about Kaoru. There is more to it than that, which is another thing I love. I picked this up on recommendation from Alison when I used to work in Wilmslow, because anything Alison recommended, I'm like, yep, I'll read that. And she was highly surprised I hadn't read it at the time. So my proof copy is very battered because several people have read it, which is nice. Then came Days of Blood and Starlight, which was book number 2. So crazy things have happened. The world is never going to be the same. Kaoru must come to terms with who she is, what she has to do, and it's a very, well, it's actually kind of quite sad in a way in this book, but again, it's beautifully written. I just cannot explain without giving away too much information exactly how this book makes me feel, and it is a beautiful book. And for a middle book, normally the middle book I don't feel as fondly about, but I really liked all the books in this series. And lastly, we have Dreams of Gods and Monsters, which is due out on the 17th of April in the UK. For some reason this proof has the picture on the back. I don't understand that either, but whatever. I've just finished reading it this morning, and there were points where I was almost crying and crazy things were happening, and I was like, oh my gosh, when will Kaoru's torture end? When will she be able to be with who she wants to be with, do what she wants to do, live the life that she has dreamed of? And there is such a battle in this book of emotions, of physical battling. It's absolutely mind-blowing. It took me a little while to get into it because I'd forgotten bits and pieces. I really wish I'd reread the first 2 because I felt I would have got even more out of the final book. But after I sort of refreshed my memory, remembered who people were and what the parts they played, I really enjoyed this book. This is another book where the romance is such a key part and it fits in beautifully with the rest of the series. Because sometimes I feel like a book doesn't need a romance, but the romance is one of the sort of defining elements of this series. So I would say if you really like fantasy and you really like YA, and maybe you haven't read Laini Taylor yet, I would certainly give her a go. They're not the easiest of books to understand. There's a lot of different things you have to sort of sit down and think about. Every sort of like 50 pages or so I had to put the book down and sort of think about it. But I liked that. I liked that I could think about things going on in the world, and I could sort of replay it in my mind and really get to grips with what was going on. This is one of my favourite fantasy series, and I was so excited to be able to get a copy of the final one early. A big thank you to Hodder, because you guys are amazing for, you know, sending me these over the years. And yeah, it's just, there's literally something magical about this series that just takes my breath away. I would rate this series as a 4.5 out of 5. It is such a good series, and I honestly don't think anything else I've read compares to it. So I hope you've enjoyed my little video review today. Have you read Laini Taylor? What do you think? Any recommendations you would give, for example, if someone likes Laini Taylor, or, you know, want to read something that is a bit similar maybe? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!